gate to Carceri is surrounded by the town of Curst, a five-ringed walled city. It's filled with those who can't stomach the thought of others in power. Bitter revolutionaries who seek revenge on a universe that didn't treat them as they expected. The walls are covered in razor vine, and the guards of the town are instructed to let anyone in. It's getting out that's the problem. A nameless local of Curst speaks of her town.
Get that thing out of my face! You wanna know about Curst? I'll tell you about it, sod. It's the best place there is. That is, if you're rich and have power. Otherwise, it's one of the most miserable places in the plains. Everyone here hates everyone else, and there's too much imbibing going on for Burks to control their tempers. It's a bloody mess it is, and I'm not just saying that as a figure of speech. I mean it literally. Real blood, real mess. Works like this. Everybody plots against everybody else. Plots usually end in bloodshed, between the plotters most often. They just can't seem to get along with each other, or anyone else most often. So, that's Curst for you. Now buy me the drink you promised, or I'll make you sorry you ever talked to me in the first place.
Ecstasy is the gate town to Elysium, the plane of utter goodness. This is Barrowford Matheson, a member of the Transcendent Order.
Hi, Bert! Get out of the middle of the street!
Get one thing straight. I believe in action before thought. In training the body so much, it's always a step ahead of the mind. I also believe that ecstasy is virtually perfect. Well, maybe virtue isn't the word to use. Anyway, it really gets up my nose that the Philosopher's Court is located in this town. What's the point of action without thought? The other day, I heard a bunch of old philosophers arguing about how many Biatsu it takes to put a torch in a crescent.
Nah, my attitude ain't afraid of the dark. See ya.
For all of them, one to put it in and the rest to claim credit for it.
See? See? Everyone's a wise guy. Everyone's got an answer.
One side!
Worse, there's nothing physical about arguments here. I mean, there's still arguments. They're philosophers for crying out loud. But there's no violence in the court. A body's wit had better be sharper than her sword, for a well-chosen word can decimate a foe better than a sword thrust.
What happened?
He used sarcasm.
That's why I hate it. I hate thinking about things. I figure, just do it. That's a catchy phrase.
Excelsior, the gate town to Mount Celestia, naturally attracts those who tend toward the tenets of law and good. This is the Gesere, Sera Lasiva.
I traveled to Excelsior from Chaos, hoping it'd shake the dust of strangeness from my eyes. Unfortunately, the two places were so different I had trouble getting used to life in this burg. After I did, I started making my kip near the Forum and brought the Mimir with me to capture any valuable darks the Paladins might let slip. I went to that place for days on end, and finally decided to get this piece of a speech captured on the Mimir. The speech is exactly the same as every other speech I heard, only with different words. There was no difference in content.
Brethren, we have come here to share in each other's knowledge, to write our own names in the book of glory and chivalry.
He's absolutely right.
Yet we accomplish nothing by standing around speechifying.
Yeah.
We could be out addressing evil, smiting the foes of law and goodness where they stand. It is our duty, nay, our right, to destroy our enemies. Our codes demand the destruction of these foes, yet we remain safely in Excelsior while our antagonists grow stronger. Let us ride out, my brothers and sisters!
The next speaker said approximately the same thing, and likewise the next after that. The only time it got interesting was when two paladins of a rival church nearly came to blows over their definitions of law. I'm sure it's the same now as it was then, and it'll probably be the same when I go back in about 20 years.